one, the sound of the streets. Ezel, the vibes machine. My sister Kimberly.
What?
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
And we have some brothers in studio. Of course, a Demolition man making the music happen. Right now, the ultimate rejects.
What's going on?
My brothers, welcome.
Good afternoon.
MX Prime.
What's up, man?
Madman Johan.
Bless.
The Iceman.
Yeah.
Where's our brother Abron? Where's Abron?
Well,
On the live, you're checking on the live.
yeah. You checking me out.
Big up to Abron.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Fellas, it's good to see you all. I mean, and when I say see you, I'm not seeing you on social media or in a newspaper somewhere, seeing you in person, because I know you guys have been on the move literally from the last interview that we had.
Yeah.
It's just been non-stop for you. How could you put it into words how the last year of your life has been?
Well, we want to be
surreal for me.
Yeah, but
Surreal.
for me personally,
Yeah,
for everybody else, it will be
It
different.
will be different.
For me is you just have to be grateful and be thankful to all the gifts and all the blessings that we received. Personally, I've been doing music for over 20 years.
Right.
And I've never had a year in the carnival that was like this hectic, in terms of doing, well over the amount of shows that we set out to have. Because initially we said we only wanted 8 shows. Yeah.
Look at that,
Because our expectations were, quite modest. It was quite manageable. In life, one must learn to manage the expectations.
Right.
And we felt that, with us as a team that was experienced or known for doing CDM, Caribbean dance music, and being involved in all the local festivals, EDM festivals, like Sunset and Life in Color and all these different things, it would have been a little bit challenging, to come into the carnival with our brand and our style of music and be accepted, especially me not being on the scene, quote unquote, for quite some time. Things would have changed. So, the approach was, hey, just give it your best shot, make sure that the music is good,
That's always.
and don't expect much because the game has changed. Somewhat. Don't expect much. And in life, we must understand that if it is, uncharted territory you're going into, you put your best foot forward, and, just give it your all and be realistic. And we were realistic from the get-go. But then when we saw what the songs, because Stage God and Full Extreme is like Hagler and Hearns, the perfect combination. One with a ball head and the other one, with a jerry curl, and it worked wonders for us. And it has taken us to higher heights, and we're forever grateful, for the fans and the supporters and our families and for everybody that was involved, because Full Extreme wasn't our song. It is our song in ownership. But in terms of what the people have done with it and are continually doing with it on a day-to-day basis, we can't thank them enough.
All right, so I want to talk to Pastor MX for short, right? Because he was just preaching. And he preaching the truth, right? Pastor, talk to me.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
after coming from a song, Full Extreme, that is a huge song. We know it gone clear. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of expectations, you were just talking about that, and for all the guys as well.
Yep.
How challenging was it for you to say, look, how are we going to come back with something else to compete with that and surpass it? And you have done that.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. In life, one has to embrace the challenges that lie ahead. When you wake up in the morning, you never know what you're going to meet, who you're going to face, what situation you're going to end up in. You pray to the Almighty God and you get up and you put your best foot forward, like I said earlier on. But you also have to understand that if there's a target on your back, right? If people now see you as superhuman, or you have to bring forth the goods in the 90th percentile, right? Victory love preparation. That's all I could say. So we were prepared as a unit. Win, lose, draw, disqualified, did not finish. Once we put our best foot forward, and we do it with a smile on our face, and we do it with a joy in our heart.
Because you totally enjoy what you all do.
Yeah, and I remember one thing that Max had said to us when we were actually in studio, probably about a month or two ago. He said we're not gonna give them another Full Extreme. We won't be able to give them another Full Extreme.
It stands alone.
But we will give them a Full Extreme effort.
There you go. And of course, you
And I
all
will never remember. I'll never forget that.
you all, of course, would have been motivated, as you say, with, of course, everybody looking on and you know, the mentality of not just Trinbagonians, but people in general.
And the adrenaline.
What next?
Yeah.
But and you, and as a producer, I know you go through that every time with every artist that you work with, and of course with your own team, saying to yourself, okay, all right, how do I take it to the next level now? Where do we go from here?
Well, practically, we will have an idea of something. Like MX will come up with a lot of ideas and stuff like that. And after, he will call and say, hey, yo, I have this idea and whatever. And, we meet up in studio. And when Max and myself really combine ideas and the effort and everything, that is where the magic has happened. So sometimes it's like, we don't even know where it's gonna go. But when we come together, this is where everything is. Like, I watching a tutorial with Deadmau5, and he was talking about like everybody talking about like where all these great ideas and whatever. It has come from experimenting as well, So that is how plenty of the magic has happened for us, and especially like dabbling with, the Ableton and all these different new plugins, because every day we download new plugins and all these different things.
New sounds,
new songs and new tones, and it's about experimenting, and with experimenting you realize, and now we know how to do all this stuff that the EDM stuff has in, because it's a very complex music to do. So what we did is took all the complex stuff that we learn how to do,
and combine it
with our vibe, our soca, our vintage, our roots.
Yes.
You know?
I don't know, for you guys, I know it's all about treading that new path, being able to walk down a road that no one has been down before. Full Extreme was that for many people. It's saying that, it's something, we never heard anything like this before, or we've heard things along this line. Let's take it to that next step down the road. What's the next turn? What's the next left or right we're gonna make? But we're not afraid to make the turn and take it to that next level.
Once a reject, always a reject. We never forget. We never get. You see that bitter taste in your mouth when you taste blood for the first time, and you realize that your mouth get bust.
Yeah.
Right. All the time you're hitting. But when you get your first hit now, you say, wow, we're really in a fight here. And some of us have been in a fight for our lives from the time we noticed what life is. Right? And we've always been knocked down, but we got back up all the time. And we learn from experience. So this is the motto, and this is what drives the Ultimate Rejects. That even if though we won a title in record-breaking fashion, it never affected us. Right, in the way that, we feel we high and mighty, and we feel that we've reached, or that title is yours to hold on until God come. It is a title that other people could win, because that is how it has been for the past 60-something, 70-something years. And we're just glad to have our name written in history in Trinidad and Tobago culture. But our mindset is to make sure that we produce good music, so that we could get our parents to come back out and party. Because when you look at the landscape, it's only us partying right now and the younger generation, and my senior citizens, and they're feeling left out. So when people can walk up to you and say, it is one of the greatest songs we've ever heard in the last 35 to 40 years. When Uncle Errol Peru, who managed the late, great Lord Kitchener, could call me and say, Max, I want to tell you something. I've had the pleasure of managing one of the greatest artists in Trinidad and Tobago's history. And he is the undisputed king of road marches. And I can tell you, that song is up there with one of his contributions, or many of his contributions, or the road march contributions over the years. And take that as a blessing, and you just go forward, boy. And I don't see it as my victory. I see it as the Ultimate Rejects victory.
It's a team.
It's
everybody played a role.
Because throughout that season, I would tell you all, as we said, we only wanted 8 shows. We got 10 times that. Right? And glory to God. That is not, we can't say nothing else. And to all the promoters and everybody who put the faith in us, the booking agents, everybody who worked hard to make sure that we secure those bookings, and the drivers and everybody who got us to our venue safely, and the police officers who gave us that police escort, and we didn't forget anybody. It was tiring.
I can imagine.
It was grueling.
There were times we would see it in your faces. You see you guys backstage at events and you wouldn't know.
Right.
Say,
And I
them
don't
brothers,
wear
you can
shades.
feel it.
I don't wear no shades.
Yeah.
Face.
But you know what? Regardless of how tired you all may have looked backstage at an event, when it was time for you all to do what you have to do,
When it's go time,
it's go time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When it's
for
go
sure,
time, it's
for
go
sure,
time.
for sure.
And we gave 100% every single show, even if it is we weren't feeling that way from the time the music struck up and the audience made that noise and we saw that first person in the audience. It was like, hey, forget how tired we are. We have to deliver. These people paid their hard-earned money and took the time to come out and listen soca music and be a part of these festivities. Let's not let them down.
And of course, it goes without saying that you all took that from the carnival and took it to literally every corner of the globe. I mean, I can imagine how much passport all went through this here. I mean,
Just one.
Just clearly.
Just
You
one.
all have been everywhere, and I know, Iceman, for you said it was a surreal experience.
Yeah.
The traveling and all of that.
I mean, well, I used to travel when I was younger through sport.
right.
You know,
but
never this sort of rigorous type of mileage, you know. So if you want to say managing energy levels was something we also had to learn as well too. Not just the music, you know. Yeah. It was about manage and everybody is family men as well too.
True, yeah.
It was about managing life.
A lot of balancing was going on for y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
indeed.
2018 is right there. I know we've heard some things. We've heard some vibes coming out of the camp.
Yeah.
Where we going with the music? Where we going?
Well, we could say now, you know, that a question was asked by management. Hey, this style of music that you all doing, what do you want to call it? You know, we need to call it something. We need to, you know, I mean, to say something old, it's something new, it's something different, it's something electronic, it's something, you know, rootsy. What do we want to call it? And we came up with a lot of names, but eventually, you know, they always say I'm a good naming person. I watched my brethren Poppy about a few years ago, you know, and I say, you look like a major, and the name stuck. Wow. Because the dog grew up and just looks, when you hear the name of them, yeah, beautiful name. Who gave him that name? Hey, Max gave him that name. So I kind of decent with names. I say, fellas, it kind of old, it kind of new, it kind of in between. Let's call it Future Vintage.
Future Vintage. So that's the sound that the Ultimate Rejects.
That's the sound.
That is sound.
Yeah. Call it a genre if you want.
Yeah.
But you know, Future Vintage. And that was the goal from the get-go. It was about fusing the EDM stuff, which would have been that hybrid future sound, with the stuff that all our artists and producers would have given us over the years.
Yes.
You know. And giving it that nice little Caribbean flavor, that rootsy kind of vibe, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we have been fusing stuff for a long time.
Oh, you mean you started with Island Pop?
I started with that whole Island Pop, which is CDM now,
Right,
and
yep.
all these different things. So it started back then. You know, this song, a lot of people didn't know I did. Carnival Jumbie, black song, a feeling to take a shot of rum.
Yeah.
The same year I did the Kess on the Marshall Electrolytes.
Right.
So everybody was like, oh, Johannes only do a set of Island Pop on CDM or whatever. But I have been doing future vintage.
Correct. You've been doing that.
I've been doing, we have been doing these things.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of producers have been dabbling with it as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, we said, hey, our style, you know, has to be what identifies us. When people hear the sound, they will say, hey, that's an Ultimate Reject sound. What do we call it? And I basically said, hey, Future Vintage. Just like I said, hey, Ultimate Rejects. And it worked. So let's...
What it was before?
There was something else before, exactly.
It was Rejects United. I said, something good enough.
For a moment.
Something on the football side.
And a couple minutes after, he called me back, he say, you want the Ultimate Rejects.
And look at that.
Yeah.
It was born.
Rejects forever.
Future Vintage. So let me get them a sample of the Future Vintage.
Yes,
no?
man.
What we have? What we going with first?
Mel, where are they? Oh, I heard it already.
Let's go.
Dang, daga, 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 daga. One Lord! Ha! Hey! Ultimate Rejects! Yeah! Everybody! Hey!
Let's go!
Take out the rock and jump up! Jump up! Jump up!
We started it one time. Ultimate Rejects live on the OJO. MX Prime. Madman Johan. The Iceman in the building. Big up Tab Run. This one is called ITF.
Take it out.
Let me go. Take it out.
I'm gonna take out the rag and jump up. I'm gonna take out the rag and jump up. I'm gonna take out the flag and wave up. I'm gonna take out the flag and wave up.
Everybody, is it fair to celebrate once a year?
No.
Am I wrong to ask this question?
No.
Tell him.
Cause if we don't party,
Oh, yeah.
people unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't bring joy,
Oh, yeah.
then they will kill joy.
Oh, yeah.
Too much of silence.
Oh, yeah.
Time to get vibrant.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Some vibe.
Some vibe.
Here we go.
Some vibe. Heart and the soul, taking control. Inside the festival, you will find me. Everybody, sing it up. Taking control. Inside the festival,
Let's go.
on the rag and jump up.
Can I say it? No. This is the next one, eh? I'm calling it.
Can we call it?
I'm calling it.
Kimberly call
Twee say he call it first. Twee say he call
But to be honest, we've been saying it all week. Yeah, let's be real. Let's say it.
Jump up. I'm gonna take on the rag and jump up. I'm gonna take on the flag and wave up. I'm gonna take on the flag and wave up. Everybody, is it fair to celebrate once a year?
No.
What's this? Am I wrong to ask this question?
No.
Cause if we don't party,
Oh, yeah.
people unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't bring joy,
yeah.
then they will kill joy.
yeah.
Too much of silence.
Let me go.
Time to get vibrant.
yeah.
Let me have some fight.
Let me go.
Some vibe.
Heart and the soul, taking control. Inside the festival, you will find me. Heart and the soul, taking control. From the banks to the front, what you want.
The last time we went through this, fellas, we were soaking wet after, I'm telling you. And that interview, well, that went viral. Crazy.
Yeah, I was just telling you that.
The ultimate rejects, ITF, let's go.
Take out the flag and jump. Take on the flag and jump. Take on the flag and wave up. Take on the flag and wave up.
Max Axel.
Is it fair to celebrate once a year?
No.
Oh Lord, am I wrong to ask this question?
No.
The WhatsApp going crazy.
If we don't party,
yeah.
people unhappy.
yeah.
If we don't bring joy,
yeah.
then they will kill joy.
yeah.
Too much of silence.
yeah.
Time to get vibrant. Let me have some vibe.
Some vibe.
Heart and the soul, taking control. Inside the festival, you will find me.
Everybody.
Heart and the soul, taking control. Inside the
Time to
festival,
jump.
I'm gonna take on the rag and jump. I'm gonna take on the rag and jump. I'm gonna take on the flag and
This is some super blue vibes here.
Hear them say, work hard without play.
No.
Hear them all, fretting is we don't fall.
No.
Cause if we don't party,
yeah.
people unhappy.
yeah.
If we don't bring joy,
yeah.
then they will kill joy.
yeah.
If you're not working,
yeah.
it's time to get soaking. Let me get some vibes. Heart and the soul, taking control. Inside the festival, you will find me. Heart and the soul, taking control.
One more time, man. One more time.
Everybody now.
Jump up.
Everybody, sit down. Come on,
festival, you go find me.
Everybody!
Heart and soul, taking control. Inside the festival, you go find me.
Everybody, go, go, go.
Jump up, jump up, jump up. Jump up, jump up, jump up. Wave up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate rejects.
ITF.
ITF.
Wow.
Inside the festival. Oh, we see Tweez. Where you going? You going? Oh me
Tweez
sneaking
knock out
and...
the lights, yes?
Inside.
Couldn't miss this one, right?
You couldn't miss it.
We didn't want you to miss this one.
Yeah.
This tune bad. Real bad. I couldn't miss this one. No.
Run out of breath, yes?
But by the way, people, that's only one. We have the next tune. Let's get to it one time. Lightning Flash, Ultimate Rejects.
What?
Let me go. Future Vintage.
Time for the road.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Hit the road.
Music blasting, city rocking, doing it all day, all day.
Let me go.
Masquerading, we parading, doing it all day, all day. So when lightning flash, thunder roll. When lightning flash, thunder roll. Lightning flash, thunder roll. Lord, no time to sit down and pose. Time to get up on fight. Get up on fight.
It's a workout. It's a workout.
Yeah. Anybody over 45, this is your segment here.
Music blasting, city rocking, doing it all day, all day. Masquerading, we parading, doing it all day, all day. When lightning flash, thunder roll, lightning flash, thunder roll, lightning flash, thunder roll. Lord, no time to sit down and pose. Time to get up and fret, 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 get up and fret. Bacchanal, time to get up and fret, 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 get up and fret. Bacchanal, oh my Lord is power, powerful, powerful, powerful. Every life is wonderful, powerful, powerful, powerful. No restriction, full permission. We're doing it all day, all day. One location, one destination.
Right here.
Doing it all day.
How we doing it?
All day.
On the OJO.
When lightning flash, thunder roll, lightning flash, thunder roll, lightning flash, thunder roll. No time to sit down and pose. Get up and fret, 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 get up. Bacchanal, time to get up and fret, 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 get up and fret. Bacchanal, oh my God is power, powerful, powerful, powerful. Every life is wonderful.
I miss a power,
Powerful, powerful.
You know what?
It's real fire.
How much?
Real fire.
Real fire?
Blaze higher. Blaze higher.
Let me go.
Real fire.
Hey.
Real fire. Blaze higher. You know what? When lightning flash, thunder roll. Lightning flash, thunder roll. What? Skibidi-bidoo, bum-bidi-bidoo, skibidi-bidoo, bum-bidi-bidoo. No time to sit down and pose. Time to get up and fret, 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 get up and fret. Bacchanal, time to get up and fret, 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 get up and fret. It's Bacchanal, oh my Lord is power, powerful, powerful. Every life is wonderful, powerful. Everybody is real fire, real fire.
Tell them.
Blaze higher, blaze higher. It's real fire, blaze higher. Yeah.
Yeah. The Ultimate Rejects. That was Lightning Flash. Before that, you heard for ITF inside the festival.
Whoa!
Yeah, as usual. This is what we do.
And you don't want to be caught outside the festival
Never that.
for 2018.
Nah, you mad?
Don't get catch outside.
Yeah, what
at
you
all.
say? Tell them that again.
You don't want to get catch outside the festival for 2018.
OJO World, all listening, all hearing that.
inside.
All who didn't organize your plane ticket yet, where you stayed, get that in again. No, it's real. You know, we're bringing it to you live right here, 961.
Woo.
I love it. You feel the energy. Go ahead, Kim.
I have a question for you guys. For most of the upcoming artists that always want to try and find that hit song, now you have done it repeatedly, I have to say that by now. What exactly is the antidote? I know you all talked about coming together and the formulating of ideas and stuff like that, but you have seen that not everybody have it. Not everybody can get it. What it is that works for you all that people will try to find out? What are the ingredients? What it is that you all are doing that makes it work and makes it work so well?
Well, I could say this one word 3 times. Prepare, prepare, prepare.
Right.
And
That's
also,
the advice.
Yeah,
That's the advice.
That's the advice,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Togetherness.
Togetherness,
Hard work.
hard work. And always remember that you're never too old to learn or to change or to make adjustments
Yeah.
or to think outside of your scope, your regular scope. You know, many times, you know, as a young person, you know, you may think that you know everything, right? And nobody can teach you anything. And then you might walk down a particular road and somebody give you a little message, a little, you know, nice little, you know, constructive criticism. And at first you might find it offensive, but then later on you may realize that, hey, this person was onto something. They may have been right. You know, and along the way, you live and you learn. But with music, it's an ever-evolving thing because today, you know, you may be the hottest artist, and then tomorrow night, somebody else takes your place. It's
That
a
is so
competitive
true.
market.
So true.
Right? And the same thing goes with producers, and the same thing goes with musicians and everybody who comes into the game. Our mission is to stay consistent and not necessarily chase a hit record. Because anything could be a hit.
Yeah.
Anybody could go viral with something,
we have seen it. We've seen it.
Ditty,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Focus.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah.
place.
You know.
Now, Max, I think what you have always said, well, as we said as a team from the very beginning, is because we came from the electronic dance
Yeah.
music background, our goal was to make people dance. We never went into the studio saying, we need a hit, we need a road march hit, we need
Yeah.
a this, a that.
Right.
We just wanted to make people dance.
Yeah.
Now, that formula worked for us. It may not necessarily work for anybody else,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
find out what that is in the very beginning
And then
Real
and
talk.
then work on it and stick to it.
Well
Real
said.
talk,
Well
real
said.
talk.
Fellas, go ahead, Johan. Go ahead.
Also, you know, one thing I could just give to the producers as well too. Try and find your sound. That's very important.
Sound, he said.
You will-
Yep.
yeah.
Your sound.
No, it's okay to take, you know,
A little
take
piece of from
stuff
this
because
person, a little bit of
they
that,
really
yeah.
would like to learn, you know, that formula that person has, right? But taking it and then you twisting it up. That is what I did for all these years, watching Chinese Laundry in the concept, branching off to cell construction, watching
Right.
DJing professionals,
Yeah, yeah.
Dr. Hyde, and it's the same thing. All these things is part of the growth in terms of you being someone better, taking these little but creating your own formula, your own sound.
Words of
Yep.
wisdom
Yep.
for all the young producers, young artists out there. If you know this is the world you want to be in. Yeah.
And another thing
Can't
too.
get any better than that.
Another thing too. We're not going to be at the top of our games forever. So we embrace that, hey, the future is here, the future is now, right? And so we have made, you know, a conscious effort to always help, you know, and contribute because it's good to receive, but it's even better to give.
True.
And then when you give wholeheartedly, you know, the person who you give it to or the institution or entity you give it to may not give it to you back. But the universe have a way of working out itself.
That it does, eh?
Right, so you know we give of our time, we give advice, you know we give constructive criticism, we take that as well in order for us to grow, you know. And music is an all-inclusive thing. It's not your thing, because after you create a song and you put it out to the market, it becomes theirs to consume, you know. And many times, as I was telling Laundry a little while ago, we could come on the radio station and pull up a man's song 16 times. And if he can't pull up a song once in front of a live audience, that's an issue for
true.
me.
Very true.
That is an
Very
issue
true,
for
very
me.
true.
right? Because we could give them 1,000 wheel here.
If they can't bring it to life for themselves, then
Right.
yeah.
So that's the other aspect of it. Whatsoever has been built up to make you look like the business, you need to deliver the business. And in our organization, we stress very hard on delivering.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they call Karl Malone the mailman, because when it comes to game time, Karl Malone sure to give you at least 28 points and 12 rebounds. He delivers. The Ultimate Rejects is a delivery group. When we say we're going to deliver, we are going to deliver. And that's no offense to any other artist or group or anything else. We know about us. As Johan likes to say, you are have to take care of you are. And that's what we do on a day-to-day basis. Whether it be a situation what is of a private nature, guys reach out and say, fellas, hey, what we could do? We are a family.
Well said. Before we wrap up, I had to ask the question, are there more songs coming? Because the people will want more.
Well, we technically we never stopped,
Well, I can imagine. I know the laptop is filled, but does that mean that are there going to be any more releases?
We are actually going in studio after here. I'm going to pick up my son and Fatima, and then we go head straight up to Papa Cell's
Yes,
Right.
man. The headquarters.
the headquarters.
Right?
And we have some work to do.
All right, you heard it,
We'll
people.
leave it at that.
Fellas, Kim, you want to say? Yeah.
I just have to personally congratulate you guys on the continuous fantastic work. It's so great to know that, Trinidad, brings forth such talent and
Give
your
thanks.
creativity is there. And I really hope that the other artists and producers as well will be able to learn from you all, because right now I think you all surpass being musicians. You all are teachers right now. And I hope that you all understand the role that you all are playing.
And let me
it's
tell you
very
this.
important.
And let me tell you this, we learning from them as well. Because we will hear a beautiful song coming out from, but first and foremost, all the contributions thus
the
far.
music is sounding
beautiful,
lovely,
you know,
beautifully.
and
Lovely,
that,
lovely.
And that is to say that, the game will continue to step up and talent will come to shine through. And that is because of growth and development. So when we see that, we know that we have to push a little bit harder as well in terms of staying up to that level and surpassing that level.
Let me just add something in terms of helping. I think every day we help towards the industry, because I get up to requests of mastering songs every
you do,
day.
yeah.
So
I
I
can
help,
imagine.
and then what I do, I don't just take, all right, is XYZ to master. I don't just take that money. I make sure that, listen, the mix, because the master could only be as good as the mix. A lot of people think, the master. But if your mix is crappy, your master could only come out crappy.
Right, so you
So
give advice.
I always give advice every single day. Mills will call this one, that one, and that's how it go for me. So we always give back every single day. So
Well, fellas, we wish you all the
Listen.
best moving forward. Continued success. Thank you for being here. The OJO world, this is family.
Yes, man, this
All
is
the
where the
time.
journey began,
Yeah.
Ocho,
Yeah.
the word.
Give or take a week or two. It was right here about a year ago. So
Yeah.
Viral again, we say.
We go in there. You can catch this interview on the OJO TTRN YouTube channel. Subscribe, share it, let the world know the power of soca music. Future vintage.
Correct.
Future vintage. Ultimate Rejects. Team 96.
Thank you so
Fellas,
much, everybody.
Love
Thank
it,
you,
house
thank you,
without a
thank you.
doubt.
Just give them the Instagram.
Instagram ultimate_rejects.
Right, yeah.
We try to keep that as
The main.
professional
Yeah,
and
yeah.
jiggy as possible.
Right.
Bookings.
Bookings, this girl right here, you wouldn't see her in short, but bookings. Nakisha, bookings at ultimaterejects.com. Bookings at ultimaterejects.com. SoundCloud for singles, YouTube for singles, Mixcloud and iTunes for mixes, EDM mixes. What else?
Big up management. Big up Marlo.
Big up Marlon. Well, we always talk about Marlon.
Always.
Yeah,
Easy man, Banassi in the place.
And that's pretty much it,
Every time they get inside the festival, fellas.
Inside.
Time to get inside the festival.
ITF.
OJO to the world. Ultimate Rejects. Let's go.